Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime is finally releasing with a new ARG coming, a brand new teaser, and tons of secrets hiding, leading eventually to the game's official launch. Like the video if you're hyped for the chapter, but let's just get right into it. So if you guys don't remember, right before the launch of both Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 and Project Playtime, the developers notably ended up teasing both of them through an ARG or an alternate reality game, giving us new security camera footage, VHS tapes, and the Project Playtime one in particular also gave us tons of lore leading up until Chapter 3, which now taking us back to the present brought up a really important question. If Project Playtime and Chapter 2 have their own ARGs, when is Chapter 3 gonna get one of its own? And well, those questions seem to have finally been answered today. As if you didn't know, a few weeks ago, Project Playtime released their second season to the still in development game, and in this new update, there was an odd amount of things pointing to Chapter 3 potentially coming out in the very near future, especially as we reach nearly a year since the first teaser trailer was actually released. This new update contains secrets such as posters, murals, and most importantly, some out-of-map secrets and deaths that even included a post-it note hanging on an office door referencing the date June 27, which gave off the impression that something was going to happen on that day, especially since there were a few other days hidden in the game that were also teasing things, such as this Daddy Longlegs poster hiding June 20th that teased Chapter 1 getting remastered months before it actually ended up happening. And while June 27th of course came yesterday, and the developers, after doing a bit of teasing on their Discord server, would give ourselves this brand new image to tease Chapter 3. Now looking at this image, we could see a monitor of course here in the middle that has some files on it like the CCTV network, a command prompt, and a file explorer. And to really break it down, we could also see the old Playtime Co logo here that shows that this monitor is indeed very old, along with this bottom thing here saying G51 or G54, which I believe is a reference to the IBM G54 monitor, which shares the exact same visual appearance, but of course in real life. Plus, using this information and doing some minor research, we know that this type of monitor was created in the late 90s, like 1998 or 1999, so this could potentially give us a rough timeline for when this image actually takes place. However, what's interesting about this random image drop is that if we go into the background and brighten up the photo, we get ourselves a plethora of new secrets. For starters, looking to the right, we could see a 3, which I think is confirmation that this teaser is for Chapter 3, and if you need more proof, they also confirmed it in writing in their Discord server. But then going into the left, things start to get really interesting because we could see what appears to be some sort of face here, and this face has been confusing me and the community in many ways, because at least for me, I see Huggy Wuggy's silhouette here, and putting his face side by side, I think that's definitely the most likely choice. But other YouTubers and viewers around have also compared this face to people like Bron the Dinosaur, Bunzo Bunny, and others even think this could be a new main antagonist entirely. However, I'm very curious, what do you guys see here in the comments below? But no matter what, whoever this is clearly going to be inside of Chapter 3, because why else would they show up in this teaser? And in my opinion, like I said, this looks most like Huggy Wuggy, so if correct, this would basically confirm the theory I think everybody has had at this point, that Huggy Wuggy is going to finally come back, which is something that we've been teased about so much in recent time that I feel like it's slowly becoming less of a theory and more of an inevitability, but I digress. The biggest part overall about this teaser though, or whatever it is that when zooming out, we could see that the entire monitor is engulfed in a red gas, which you may recognize as the exact same red gas that we saw hanging around in the Chapter 3 teaser trailer. And in fact, while it might be somewhat wild, I even have an idea for what this gas could mean because of this. See, we've theorized in the Chapter 3 teaser trailer, judged by everything we knew in the factory and the Playcare location confirmed for the third chapter, that perhaps this gas could be used as a way to put people to sleep or immobilize them, hence the gas mask that we see in the trailer, and it would also explain how they experimented on the kids from the orphanage program at the Playcare. But what's interesting about this new teaser is that we see Huggy Wuggy, or whatever this is, along with the 3, all as distortions of the fog itself, which while I'm not about to throw out a dream theory or something in that vein at you guys, I do wonder if perhaps these could be hallucinations that we are seeing in the teaser, and perhaps we could in the game even find ourselves having to deal with phantom monsters like what we see here if we don't acquire the gas mask. I mean, maybe I'm looking too far into it, but it's interesting nonetheless. Finally, one massive thing that people pointed out with this teaser teaser is that in the bottom right corner, if you missed it, there is a clock timed at 7:19 p.m. Now, some people theorize that this could be the time a Chapter 3 trailer comes out or something like that, but nothing came out on the day at 7:19 p.m. And plus, there's time zones, so that theory seems to be inaccurate. However, some people have pointed out that, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we have a poster shown on screen that has the dates June 20th and July 15th, with the first day already having been revealing the Chapter 1 teaser, and the July 15th day still up for speculation. However, what if instead of a time, this clock down here was actually meant to be a cryptic date? More specifically, the date July 19th, perhaps. And if this theory were true, which I think is accurate, it would now give us the dates July 15th and July 19th to work with, which has led to a lot of debate among the community, and some people theorizing that perhaps July 15th could be the release of a new Chapter 3 trailer or something in that nature, while July 19th could be the full-blown, long-awaited release of Chapter 3. It's a little bit of a long-shot theory, but they do like to hide dates in the game early, and while these two dates could be used for anything Chapter 3 related, they seem to be correlated directly with this brand new teaser slash ARG thing that we've gotten recently. But speculation aside, on to what you've been waiting for, which is that this new image seems to be starting a brand new Poppy Playtime ARG. As for one, on places like the Poppy Playtime Twitter account, we saw the developers responding and reacting to people discussing it being an ARG, and they were even hinting at the idea of it in their Discord server. Plus, with this image coming out, the puzzles for the ARG seem to have already began to start. As for a while with this image, people were quick to point out that this line in the middle appears to be somewhat suspicious, looking kind of like Morse code, a binary sound-based language, or maybe even Braille, the physical language of the blind. However, while this debate was going on, near the end of the day, the developers would come clean and drop a massive piece of Morse code into their Discord server that, when translated, actually spells out a Google Drive link. Now, this Google Drive link actually doesn't work because Morse code doesn't have lowercase and uppercase letters, just uppercase only. And if you've ever looked at a Google Drive link, the file's ID usually has both uppercase and lowercase. So when copy pasting the link after translating, nothing actually happens. Perhaps it's just an error on the dev's part, or maybe another puzzle, as the developers would also give us this binary code of ones and zeros before saying the zeros mean down and the ones mean up, possibly being some sort of code on which letters we should capitalize and which letters we should leave lowercase. But at least as I'm recording this video, nobody has figured out the combination yet. Although before the developers left, they gave us two brand new riddles to help us out. One saying use your eyes, and another saying there is a thing that you're not seeing. You've used it for quite a while. They have been disconnected, but now seems that the power is back on. Is this related to your eyes? And now the biggest question is, what in the world do these messages mean? Well, for now, once again, it's still a story in development and nobody really knows. However, a few theories have sprouted out, such as potentially this could be referencing the phone we see in Project Playtime we received and have been waiting for a callback from whoever sent it to us in the screening room, or perhaps maybe it could even be a reference to Huggy Wuggy, who we metaphorically disconnect with at the end of Chapter 1. But the most popular theory to answer this message is that perhaps it could be referencing the security.poppyplaytime.com website, which is a website that, like said in the message, we used for Chapter 2 previously for the original ARG. After that ARG ended, it went down and disconnected, but most recently the developers have hinted at the idea that it was powered back on, almost as if it was going to reactivate sometime soon to start this brand new ARG. Furthermore, we even see on the computer that there is a camera system able to be accessed here, so perhaps this new update may update, allowing us to use the computer to search through the security cameras. Or better yet, some people have theorized that this might actually continue off the original Project Playtime ARG from back in November, where, if you don't remember, a folder called the Bigger Bodies Initiative folder was unlocked, but we never got to see what was in it. So maybe we will finally get to see what's inside of that folder in the future. But speaking overall, we got a brand new teaser, a brand new ARG, and tons of new puzzles for the community to go and solve. Make sure to subscribe for the minute a new update comes out, where hopefully we solve what's in this Google Drive folder. And once it's here, it'll show up on the screen here for you to check it out, and peace out, guys.